Them try. Me love Jamaica, me nah sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there a yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast breadfruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass of lemonade. Jumping at the river when me ready for bed. No boy can't buy me out. Me no foreign minded, nowhere compared to Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love. The one that represent the citizens of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Represent where you born. Too enough hurricane and storm. From the crime rate chop, me no matter about tax man, still a hustler than a guan. Jamaican of the link to the link, we connect Canadian, American, England. Make sure say when they are foreign and a hustle, mama visit Western Union. Don't make we build up with foundation. All the hard man, them fear of ambition. Don't flash out all the money back, SSP, NC, guns and ammunition. Real Jamaican, no show me you want. No matter which part of the world where you stand. Me no matter what them want say about Jamaica, me sing it out loud, come proud to be one. Peace. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love. The one that represent the citizens of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Pick up the youth we are white car glass. Youth we are trying always to come last. Don't give up, don't give up. Jimmy Cliff tell them many rivers to cross. Help out your sister if she get lost. Don't turn your face to the grass and pass. Show love to the elders. Respect you, can them pave the way in the past. Some man want like say them better than people. Through them a drive a one vehicle. Vanity make them move evil. It's easier for a camel pass through the eye of the eagle than the rich because sit down in a heaven and bitch. That now penny on me ever hungry again. Me a walk and look for every lucky tree me a serve. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Peace. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love. The one that represent the citizens of Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Me love Jamaica, me nah sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. Me day in a me yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Selfish and banana. Under the tree with a glass of lemonade. Jumping at the river when me ready for bed. No boy can't buy me out. Me no foreign minded, nowhere compared to Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna feel Jamaica love. Everybody wanna visit Jamaica. Jamaica love, Jamaica. Jamaica love, we wanna see Jamaica love.
Now this lyrics is for all the Enquirer workers, all of the journalists from the Enquirers, and all the massive from the Jamaica Record. Now give me that punani licking rhythm there. Now people, that's the piece. This one named Enquirer. It named the Enquirer, the Enquirer. Everybody love off the newspaper, they were the Enquirer. the Enquirer. Everybody love off the newspaper. Me's a man, me not buy Sunday Gleaner. You see where them a write about entertainer. Yeah, the Twin City Sunday cross the water. The Weekend Star fi tell me pastor. But when you want read about Nancy Nigga, how the people them tan bad in a Jamaica. Got to give from professor the paper reader. If you are walk downtown Tapana, anybody fi the Enquirer, the Enquirer. Everybody love off the newspaper. The Enquirer. Everybody love off the newspaper. Me go Germany, me go a China, me go a Africa, me go America, me go a Italy, me go a. And when me go to England, every man a ask for, yeah, them language funny, but when them say me know what, it's a good thing me not only chat patwa. Come take it from professor, not a full of lingua. How foreign people ask when me go a foreign for the Enquirer, the Enquirer. Everybody love off the newspaper, the Enquirer. Everybody love off the newspaper. When me go to Italy, I saw them answer, oui, est-ce que la trouve la Enquirer? When me go to and when me go to China, I saw them answer, China, he online that, so that. When me go, listen. When me go to Philippines, I saw them answer, say, I no go breeding makakwan in Enquirer. And when me go to Africa, I saw them answer, Idi delabu Enquirer so maniaga la bega. And when me go Mexico, I saw them answer, donde puedo conseguir la revista de Enquirer. And when me go to England, I saw them answer, hi, why can I get a Jamaican for e-paper? And when me come back to Jamaica, them nobody ask so as them see them say, oh, give me one of them here. They were the Enquirer, the Enquirer. Hey, quiet! Don't wait. Now easy no bluff, guy. You don't know, say you're the tailor, you don't make them things, say, you know. Bluff. Biggest tailor in the world, Ian Fogal, Independent City Massive. No. Bluff, get a beer for me, no? Bluff, bring a beer. Let me stay here and get drunk. Anyway, I have a little lyrics here that been bugging me from long time. Give me the same rhythm. Play low. Hey, hey, hey. This one, Mr. Bigger Ford, Mr. Leng, respect you. Hear this. Me go a one theater somewhere down, so me don't remember how it true, me never want go. The reason why me go to me want see Rambo, and me talk go a show from me get me video. Me go in at the theater around 8:32. Show start 9 o'clock and me a watch preview. About 9:45 them show be kung fu. Me drop asleep 10 o'clock when them a show Scooby-Doo. Me fast asleep. Now, me fast asleep and all I snore too. When me hear a voice say, wait, this is a curfew. When me wake up, you don't know me did a screw. When me look and see how me teeth kin 42. All we are going, me no believe see a true. Me have to rub me eye good forget the full view. When me hear a course voice, when me look to see how no bigger food that me see a come true. I say, all Salamite line up over there so. All Natty Dread line up over there so. All ballad line up over there so, and all who wanted line up over there so. A man touch him friend and say, oh, over there so you figure. Him say, why? Him say, your wife really sexy, you know. You know, nothing if you're there, you're here. Bigger Ford say again. All Salamite line up over there so. All ballad line up over there so. All natty dread line up over there, so and all who want dead line up over there, so a man touch him friend and say, over there, so you figure. Him say, why? Him say, boy, your wife sexy, you know. If you dead, no one, no, maybe take care of your wife, your son, your daughter, and your little puppy named Bruno. Same time I see bigger foot back him 9 and put a little brother and kick him 9 spine and say, wait, you're a bad boy. So what? You know, join him say, boy, you never mention about Batman line.
Yes, good night, my Facebook family and friend. That was Professor Nuts, one of my highlights them about, highlight culture, still in a little celebration mode with, the World Festive Jamaica Independence. And yes, bro, got call election. We'll talk about election later. But I don't know, we have to go through a series of things before we even talk about certain things. But, I must first congratulate my team Spurs who try to put up one fight against the Champions League. Winners PSG, with a new coach and with a new coach, new team, the players did well. They went 2-0 up to 85 minutes and lost the game in penalties. I'm not a coach and a football fan. I'm not a fan of penalties. Me get nervous. All the players are going to get nervous, but it's what it is. What the first Spurs, hopefully this team can play, can do something in the season coming in EPL, which start. I think this weekend EPL start, if I'm not mistaken. So hopefully we see our Spurs team perform in EPL with new coach and new players and system of formation. Still think that Spurs lack some quality coming from the bench. I think some players are still injured, so maybe maybe another 3 or 4 players that quality can help this team grasp their limit. I'm not sure winning the EPL, but maybe going far in Champions League because you have to have a big squad. And some of the young kids are not going to manage it, to be honest. I think in a couple more years' time, they'll be ready, but not now. They're still developing and still hopefully doing it. But let's move on. Just want to talk about, popular news items that are having airways right now in the US and the world. Still Gaza still is the same thing. We hear Israel planning to take over Gaza. I think we other countries like Australia and a lot of European leaders are now batting for an independent state for the Gaza people, Palestine. I will say so once again. Hamas, that army has to be dismantled. And believe that people of Gaza need to have their own state, need their own governance, need to have their own thing to take care of themselves, their own structure, constitution, rights, everything. Because once again, this Gaza thing has depend on Israel to feed and provide for them. It's not making no sense no more. The people of Gaza must be ready to be independent, must be able to bring solutions to be able to govern themselves. And don't depend on Israel to do that, because the dependency of this thing is not good. I don't know why these people prefer to stay in bondage under Israel, and then they fight against Israel and bring a war and all that, just creating their own informal society. I call it informal because it's not structured. There's no governor, there's no leader there, there's no president. There was one the leader there, but it seemed like when he died, everybody was happy. Arafat. Yeah, Arafat was his name. I forget his name correctly. But, no one loved him. He was for people, but boy, he created a lot of mayhem and all that. And one of my philosophers or historian can maybe add in the comment why the Palestine people don't want to have their own state and have their own governance and do what they can do for them own selves and they can people. It's so sad seeing kids suffering, seeing so sad people lying over food begging, so sad people dying of starvation and all them things. it's just so sad. You know, prisoners are living in caves and all that. Prisoners have but you can see that they're malnutrition, they're becoming bones and all that. Why do people treat people this way? Why do people try to stamp on other people's life, kill other people for land, for minerals, whatever? Why? I will never understand the reason for the war. And that's why US always seem as the superpower who protects democracy, who protects people's life from tyranny. Yeah. You know, and all that. And that's where I'm moving to, where I'm still seeing where this Friday President Trump and Russian President Putin will be meeting to say they can have a ceasefire deal or whatever. But quite frankly, there will be no ceasefire deal, because Putin is determined, as this autocrat leader, dictator, to get some lands from the Ukrainian people, which they say contain minerals. If it's not true, they contain minerals. And I'm saying that, listen, people fight for that, kill thousands of people for capture somebody's land for minerals or whatever, for economic benefits. This is something wrong with this world and the leaders, autocrats who believe that they are more important than everybody who can believe that they must control people's life. Don't give people freedom to express themselves. And that's why one of the biggest things, that's why American economy is so rich, and all the world, people around the world depend on American economy. Trade. A lot of trade. And as I talk about that, moving on from that, the Ukraine, I hope that, I hope that, I don't think the board will come with no deal. And I'm suspecting that there will be no substantial deal about with Ukraine and Russia having a ceasefire deal, because Russia want them land, and Russia don't want them to come on NATO. That's what it is too. And so many people died, senseless people died in Ukraine, bombing children, soldiers who were being shot. So who were surrounded were shot and killed. A lot of war crimes have been committed, and so my heart goes out to the people of Ukraine, because they never asked for invasion. They never asked to be in war with Russia. It was Russia who pushed the war. The Russia who created this mayhem and create this war. We're going to have no 3 years or more. Make no sense. It makes no sense. For land, no, man, something wrong. And these leaders need to go. Yeah. Putin needs to retire, man. When will the world realize that autocratic and dictators don't run the world? They don't last forever, unless they have wealth like Russia does. More autocrat countries and dictators don't last. They move on. Some more, they have been overthrown. Yeah, and so the society has become, very democratic. Blessings, Courtney. Blessings, my brother. Thanks for joining us per usual. Yeah, so I guess, it seems that the human nature has that tendency to be autocratic and be a dictator and want to run people's lives, especially when they have power at their disposal. That's why the Constitution and all that is very important. All people frame the Constitution, it become a republic, or Westminster government, whatever it is. Because once again, the rights and freedom of people needs to be respected. The reality of the situation, we were all born free. We weren't born in bondage. We weren't born in autocrat or dictatorship. We were born free. When we came over, the first thing we scream or cry out to make sure we were alive and well as babies. So that's why that's where countries who portray autocracies. I mean, China has been demonstrating that, but the reality of the situation is that they have shown respect for the people's rights, and when they demonstrate, they have done that. So that's a lot of things to think about and really think about. Let me take a quick commercial. I'm going to play one more item. I want to DJ them thing. I want to just add something to my program right away. My thing is very slow enough at this moment. So enjoy this video for a few minutes. I'll be back.
Now this lyrics is for
Sorry, wrong video. Let me have the right one. Technology sometimes give you these issues. So I'll make sure we get the right one right on time. This is the one.
Rasta say peace and love. Rasta say unity, strength. Rasta say salvation, redemption, repatriation, restoration, liberation, emancipation, self-esteem, self-awareness, self-reliance, self-thought, self-control, respect, discipline, diligence, humility, tolerance, and most ultimately, self-determination. All the people believe in yourself, watch in the air.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I'll cut that commercial. That is one of my songs I'm going to play later on. I mean, I just played my history of Jamaica music, dancehall. I'm going to show a couple more videos before the end of the show of the history of our music. The history of music is so rich that we have to realize that we have to give it all the love and protect it. And that's just the reality of our situation. We have to protect the music and the culture. Yes. And I'm going to play a couple more before the night is out about some music. That was one video I just a quick snap and then we'll have a couple more. But getting back to the Russia and Ukraine, I believe that hopefully Trump can find that solution, can make sure that those people are living in peace and harmony eventually. And that's just my concern right now. Right. And so in that sense, I hope that there will be some applicable resolution passed for ceasefire and people live. Ukraine can happy the people of Ukraine won't lose much more lives, especially kids that are getting involved. And that's just how I feel about it. Other topic of concern is that I see where the Donald Trump has issued a send National Guard to provide additional security for DC. Based on his argument is that the people there need additional because the crime rate high, which is not true. Based on statistics, crime has been going down in DC. But my thing is that yes, he said National Guard is fine, but he has to allow states to handle their business, and that's just a reality. You have to allow state. I think that state is not a state per se, but the reality situation is that it gives Donald Trump the powers to bring in National Guard to help out in whatever way he needs. My trend is this: he believes that the National Guard Army is his pet and he owns them, which is in a sense yes or no. But the real situation is that the tendencies are now that he wants to use the army. And I'm believing that Project 25 is gauging them to come a reality somehow down the road. And so there will be some serious complication, because I think that with Project 25, I think it intends that he wants to be the president for life, be the autocrat, like how China has that, South Korea, or North Korea has that, and those countries have the autocrat leaders, like Putin and all that. And I think he's heading into that direction. He's trying his best to create that atmosphere where he can become an autocrat leader. See where he fired the person with the report, You hire someone new to do the job report. Now, the problem we are is saying let's put a pause on job reports. Because what happens when job reports comes out, it sends some shockwave to the stock market, like anything. It sends some signals, maybe that the economy is it fall into a recession, economy is slowing down. They're not going to expect much job growth. They expect they might have some inflation cost factors in. They expect that there's no more economic growth and all that when they're seeing that jobs have slowed down in terms of hiring, because it shows when hiring is going on well in yes, my boss, up Donald, you trying big up myself, boss. Long time and not join up Jenna, up one college, my boss. Yes, so when we look at Donald Trump find a prayer we had someone, they're saying put a hold on job reports. But a job report is very critical. I mean, a lot of economists will say that it's important for a country to know if there is a slowdown, if the inflation has tamed, and those things affect whether the Feds will give up a rating and make a rate increase or rate reduction in terms of allowing more money to flow in the economy when they reduce the interest rate percentage points. That is one thing they have to look at. So the job report, you say put a pause. I'm not sure put a pause will be good, because once again, a lot of things depend on job reports, because it sends signals to the market, especially the market, sends signals to other areas of the economy that there's something that there are something something is not correct, that there's something not okay in the economy. So is the economy going to a recession, or the economy going to be stagnant, or are there going to be some growth? So I don't know if this person here appointed new commissioner will be able to avoid putting out a pause on the job reports monthly, I'm not sure, or quarterly, whatever. Because sometimes if it's due quarterly, then they can have with accurate numbers. But still, to be honest, the numbers are not going to be 100% accurate. We can't maybe get 95% because there's always some variables that might put a plug in it. Or there might be a shock that send a shock to the economy at that time. Maybe a plane crash, maybe some earthquake, whatever, natural disaster happening. And we got to see that. Let's talk about natural disaster. I see the first hurricane has developed into the big Atlantic Sea. It's not going to hit no country. It's just developing, and I see it's September now, and quite weird that we have not seen a lot of hurricanes develop, which is good. Yeah, and I'm sure what is it predicted to be like 12 or 16 hurricanes predicted this season, but I don't know one from my recollection so far has developed into the seas. For sure, there are a lot of rains. We get a lot of rain, many storms and all that affecting communities, especially here in Northeast, the New Jersey people. Yeah, get a lot of flooding, a lot of breakaways in terms of road breakaways and all that happening in New Jersey. I thought New Jersey was one of the safest place to live. But New Jersey seems like they have a lot of land issues in terms of flooding and all that. And maybe thought people will live in New Jersey too. But see, New Jersey have a lot of flat lands where flood is easy. And in Texas too, there's a lot of flat lands where maybe last month or so with Texas there was a lot of rain and people were washed away. So anywhere there's a lot of flat land, there's no hills or a proper drainage system. They are prone to floods. The problem with that, then when you live in prone zone areas, you have to move out quickly. Got to move away when whatever is coming in the air. In New Jersey and Texas, they get freak storms. They're freak storms. You see in the weather, say they expect rain, but it comes like a turn in a freak storm. Trees blow down, trees blow on roofs, trees blow down on cars. People lost their lives. All those things happen when they're freak storm. And it's happening in Texas and especially in New Jersey. I know that New Jersey is one of the biggest states. I mean, the whole landscape of all that has been affected. Let's not forget that they remember that global warming is the issue, and so maybe those factories or those big factories in there are sending those smokes affect the atmosphere. So other things we have to take in consideration when we're talking about thunderstorms and all that. But New Jersey, Texas, they seem like they get the worst of a thunderstorm. I mean, right this evening we had a mini thunderstorm in New York City, but it was heavy rain, nothing flood out, nothing happened. I guess the whole infrastructure. I mean, yeah, I think New York City is built upon rocks, hills and valley and all that. But you know, whole thing I know that happened in New York City is that subways that get some flood. They want to flood out big time. And so, that's the only thing happen when rain falls, so we flood out, and therefore trains are delayed, not for minutes, for hours, shut down because you don't want to bring harm to the electrical circuit of the subway and all those things. So, yes, give thanks to having a hurricane, but tropical storms and weather is just a regular pattern right now. Always summer with a lot of rain during the week. I think we've got a lot of heat, especially in the northeast. Yeah, got a lot of overheating, a lot of heat, I should say, over 100 degrees when a couple of days and all that. But something you question is these people who say they are that persons who do these in the astronomy or whatever you call them is correct about is it global warming or just temporary. I don't know. I get the impression sometimes not sure. But they're saying that that's signs like up in the Arctic area, there are certain areas that are now melting away and all that. So now the land is changing. So let's wait and see how well human beings will make that adjustment to keep Mother Earth, what you could say, cold and nice and a proper weather system. I don't know what they're going to do, but let's wait and see. Moving on, I just want to say that now in Jamaica, up on Jamaica right now. I just want to say that now Jamaica, bro, got the Prime Minister's call the general election nomination days, August 18th, and people go to the poll on September 3rd. Listen, you must have choose Jamaica. Fine slogan, and the PNP said is I love Jamaica. So listen, the people of Jamaica will have to decide who is best to govern them. The Jamaica Labour Party government recently bring out a booklet showing all their achievements. They all touch on about 200 or something achievements, but they have over 1,000 achievements. And so, let's see the PNP bring out their manifesto, a 59-page manifesto. The nationwide, give them credit. They were mentioning a few of the ideas that the people of the National Party will be coming to present to the people, like giving 6,000 new houses, creating first generation free education, get the degree to the first generation child. And there are other things where they're saying Paul says that he's going to reduce electricity costs below 20 US cents. That's what his objective. He's thinking of bringing in renewables and all that. That's the opposition, and there are many more things on their plate that they're planning to do. They're looking to say they're going to put the country to a different level. Try to continue. Well, I won't say continue because with the reduction in crime, going to make sure people have jobs. I can't think they make promises in their manifesto now. And so my thing is this with the opposition. It seems like it's a little bit too late for me. Yeah, the opposition had 9 years to present all these facts and present it. One thing to talk about education is that they plan to remove the school bus system and give tax operators each child 20,000 stipend a month to go to school. I mean, I don't know if that can work. They plan to give the teachers them student loan debt. I'm not sure if that even makes sense, because once again, when when you pay back a loan, someone is benefit from that loan. Teachers only pay back any loan they borrow from the government for school, whatever. That's the money is paid back. It's a revolving loan. You put back money in the system and then you give back someone the loan, you go back to school, and you keep revolving, and that's graduating people back in the system. And so I don't know if that will fly with me on that one. So the opposition, is trying to put out their manifesto right now and trying to impress. Will it be a close election? I doubt it. I'm going to tell you why. Because it seems like I mean, don't get it wrong. The PNP has been campaigning from 2020 trying to lose the election. But my thing is this: they have been in opposition for 9 years, and they are not able to bring workable solution and how best they're going to move the country forward. It's like they operate in terms of attacking Brograd in wealth, how much you earn, using Integrity Commission as a weapon against him when they weaponize against him. It's all negative, and this started from when Portia lost to Brograd. I'll show Dr. Michael Andrew, Dr. Andrew Holness right now, giving props, but I still call him Brograd because I don't know if it's flexible that way. But what I realized is that from the time when Peter Phillips ran against Brograd and lost, they started using negative narratives. First, them talk about him big house and all that thing. They started using against it to win. And listen, to be honest, you can't stop a man from earning well. The man by a big house, you can't watch that. What Jamaica people, and this is where the PNP is falling down. You know, they fall down on the people. They are falling on the people ignorance. They use the ignorance of the people to exploit themselves politically. And from my perspective, that's why our country has not moved in a progressive way for all the people to benefit. Because the masses of our people are just not educated to make proper and sound decisions. The mere man said bro got robbed 28 million, the man said bro got 20. They don't ask the facts, they don't read. And it goes to show that when a society is not that educated, they make wrong choices and make bad decisions. And all they can know is to try to live out of the bar, scrape the bar to live, and doing things that are abnormal, trying to make that living because they have not been proper educated. They have not been given that basic numeracy, literacy, reading skills or whatever, because of lack of education. Listen, I'm not talking to be a degree. I'm not talking you have a degree, a bachelor's or a PhD. No, I'm not. The basic fundamental of able to reason, basic one to read, understand, interpret, and make a sound decision about yourself and about your country. And that's where the PNP play on the ignorance of the people of Jamaica. They play a lot with the ignorance of the people of Jamaica. And that's where our country keeps feeling of keep going back into certain mode of operandum. They become dependent on the politician to feed them. They become dependent on the politician to give them. They become for the politician to pay them for vote for them. Election in Jamaica become transactional. It's not about what you call it now, patriotism, looking out for themselves, making sure that the country, because let me put it clear and bluntly. Politicians are politicians, but their main responsibility is to make sure that the country economy is expanding. The country people, which are the human capital, have jobs, can provide a basic necessity food, light, and water for themselves and their family. Government or politicians are just facilitators of an economy. That's just the reality. Whether they're a dictator, it's a democratic, but the politicians are facilitating. They put the social, whatever, the economics engine in place, the mechanism to make an economy grow, make sure people are productive. And so when politicians use ignorance of their people to benefit themselves, that's where they keep going wrong. I don't care. I've seen it. I've been there. I've done it. There are a lot of Jamaicans who are just totally ignorant, don't understand basic. how to make decisions for themselves. The first thing a man say, boss, give me a 10,000, give me a beer money. When you go to give me a beer money, give me a food money. And you ask him, brother, why you not go hard? Why you can't go hard? Heart is free. Get an education, get something for help yourself. When people for come to your stretch and beg your money. And that's just the reality to me, because when our people are not educated, they're able to think and operate in an environment where they can fend for themselves. We're not talking about the masses who the one who are educated. If we really look at the Jamaica population, maybe you can say, let's say 30% is have some fundamental of education. And then, let me move on to touch something about education. I'm not really reach from Jamaica, your party, but my touch point was a move from opposition and what happened. But if you look at our education system, it is so broken. Broken from when I was there. It's so broken. And that's just, it's broken because once again, they allow kids or people to go through high school from primary, from a basic to primary to high school without no numeracy, no literacy, no skills. Really can't do the basic things in life. The few of us who get that knowledge and who can able to move on is lucky. Or they have parents who help them think it through. That's just the reality of the Jamaica economic situation or social hills that face us. And my thing is that people learn at different stages in life. Some people learn fast and some people learn slow. And any government that is going to run Jamaica in the next should take education as a serious level. That means from basic school to primary to high school, that makes sure no child should be left behind. That means when I say no child should be left behind, if a child needs remedial help or special needs, they must give them that needs. I see where Ms. Dana Morris Crowd is saying that that's what you're going to do. But look how long Jamaica in existence, 63 years of independence. 63 friggin' years we have independence. And now we're talking about, at 63, we're talking about now we have special needs or special education of kids who are left behind. No more promotion of kids. And that's what happened in the past. Kids come, I've seen it when I was going to college. Friends of mine who could not read and write properly were promoted to 4th, 5th, and 5th form. And they left high school with nothing. Most of them turned what? They turned gunman, scammer, preacher, whatever. They become a negative force. They didn't left Jamaica college with a sound education in terms of numeracy, literacy, and can read properly. They came from somewhere and it was going to go right through the system. No one took necessary steps to help the one that needed the help. And we call them special need. No one. And Jamaica 63 now, I know they're looking to implement that. And don't get twisted, educators are not, all educators think about is money. I don't care. Who wants? I can't take them on. I can't take all educators because all educators money are not producing criminals. They are not willing to work with the government. They're not willing to soliciting, oh, we're going to help our kids. I don't want to make sure them get salary. They don't get a salary increase, they're not doing the work. And let me say this, when they come on foreign, their asses they have to go in a thing called every Monday, or every Tuesday, or whatever, PD. What PD mean? Personal development. They have to be in meetings Monday, maybe Wednesday. At the end of each semester, they are judged and they are making sure that they produce. They work harder. And when you come to Jamaica and take a 2 month vacation and go and work busy and come back and teach. But yes, sir, you have to be at school, you have to be in the classroom. You take a day or here, go in school over there. And you never have to, and even if kids are not perfect, you have to give them a reason. I mean the parents. That's why I say this. Our educators in Jamaica are failing our kids. The first thing they want to talk about them was what was you want? Do you want a classroom air conditioned? Do you want more desks? Do you want to reduce class size? Say that. Do you need more technology involved? Say that. But don't just go to the classroom and teach and then feel say, yo, we deserve an next $20 pound pay. No, it doesn't go so. When you get the $20 a year in the US or front, you have to work twice as hard. You got PD every Monday, you have meetings about this, and principal come and end of semester, they review you, say if you're not doing well, they will ship you out. And move you to somewhere else. Because sometimes unions have them back at and all that. You're not principal here, you're not doing well, they move you to put it to administration. And that's just the facts. So there are other things that are variables that are causing people to be state ignorance. That's why you them can't take up gun and kill people. That's why you them can't turn chopper, scammer. And the moment them can buy a gun and kill people. And that's why the society have high murder rate, over 1,600, 1,200 a year. And trust me, if you ask anyone a chopper them are ignorant or a gangster them out, why they don't know why they kill people. They don't know. You must eat a man and a man they rob them and kill people. Some of them don't know why they kill people. So when they fall in a bad trap and gang. And so they get caught up in their life. And a man give them a $25,000 a year for some money. And if he's rich, and can eat for by the next 2 or 3 weeks, all the money them kill the next man to get some more money. Because them a lynch man for some man. Because lynch man opposite use them brain, I get money and I feed them you there. And my condolences to the policeman and then his wife who was murdered and the son and him is back in the hospital. I'm not sure. I don't even get this update if they are recovered or still in the hospital recovering, I'm not sure. But this is what I'm saying. The man go for the policeman and family. Broad daylight. And when the police crack them, police them go back for them, fight the police kill them. You know, Jamaican just start crying, say too much police are kill bad man. Police them are kill too much killers or whatever. But they're not, when the killer them are kill the people them. When the killer kill the people, we expect. Then police them go for them. Tell you already. I say it again. When them come for you if they gun, them not take it, them gonna make sure them fire. That's what the law is. Police the gun, and a shot, fired, that's when then we go back and retaliate. So these are things that, you know, we look at and I will see where, you know, that the system in Jamaica is still rotten. You know, Tapanari are making them money. The Tapanari them have them all elite. The classism still is there. But the masses still lack opportunities. And to be honest, when people might say when Eddie Fiala created Heart, I remember when he created Heart, people say, oh, create Heart for people, then for go learn with the hairdresser and all that thing. You know, Heart is the leading institution in Jamaica. Provide entrepreneurial skills, barbering, hairdressing, whatever. They're teaching. And I get to start maybe over 100, 200,000 kids went through Heart and know how a skill. Know they have an associate degree and they're going to have a degree next. But Heart was there to help the people. Because the reality that everybody can be a pilot. Everybody can be a lighter. Everybody can be a doctor. Everybody can be a pilot. And I was driving today in the Bronx, coming from, I don't remember, went somewhere to, when the Queens are coming back, and I was, when I reached, I think it was Fordham Road and Boston Road, stopped by, I see some Mexican people, and the lady walk between the cars, selling her mango, melon, whatever fruit, she having some nice cups. And those cups cost like $5. I sit back and say, you know, these people, it's just like our Jamaican people, always on the grind. if a mango for go and say take care of them, I'm gonna sell the mango. And I know that these Mexicans and other people who are selling at the stoplights here, fruits and the water and everything, they have next job. But the reality situation is that them one job not paying them bills. Maybe they're here illegal and look at job pay them maybe $8 a day, but they might want the bills to pay. So they offer out there sell a little mango, cut out some mango, put in a cup and sell $5. Melon $5 and make some money. Go to the stoplight. A lot of these people carry their kids with them. You see the young baby in a prom, 5 years, 6 years, I help sell them thing at stoplight. So my thing is this, and they all go to school. They go to school, but the real situation that there's always less fortunate in a society. And the harsh reality, and the reality I should say the harsh reality is that we need them. We need them. But at the same time, any government that must help these people able to survive, because all them can be doctors, lawyers, and whatever. And all them, we need them because they help the population, they help the business survive, they may help business. Because once again, that's just a reality. All small, everyone is important to any society. So that's why I say government, politicians, and facilitators. They create the environment for people to survive. Whether them live in the uptown, them live crossroad, them live Alpha Tree, the government must provide that, but the facilitators to help them create the environment for them to survive. Because everybody is not everyone going to be. Everybody needs each other in an economy to grow, to expand. So government policies is important for survival. And then, as I said, moving on to Brograd and the Jamaica Labour Party, they have done a lot of investment, roads, infrastructure, bring new business and all that. But the reality of some situation is that build houses and housing, social housing and all that, they have record low employment and all that. But the reality situation that the masses are just not educated enough to make good jobs. The masses are just not educated enough to get good jobs. They don't have skill sets. And so they're going always be, when the Jamaica economy start to expand more and more, they will have to bring outside employment, overseas employment help with the jobs, which should not be the case. It should not be. You should not be bringing people from outside of out of the world to help you, unless they have special skills, high-level skills. Right? So my thing is this. The young people of Jamaica, which I see the Jamaica Labour Party are targeting in most of their campaigns so far, need to be given free training. You need to remove them from the streets as much as possible and put them in training. To give them high skill training so they can compete when the jobs are being created constantly in tourism, in construction, in information technology, in AI. Because the real situation is that call center jobs are not going to be here forever. Because once again, with AI start take over the call centers, answering phones, what are you going to do? You have to move them out. And so, when Brograd had this thing he spoke about Sunday when he was on stage that he comes from a small man and all that he saw from nowhere. Yeah, it's fine. But people not listening to what he's saying, because a friend of mine saying that in building wealth from taxi business and all that. But people don't understand what Brograd and his wife did. They all had their profession. One was a teacher, one was an accountant. But guess what? They expanded. Yeah, they expanded their careers. They became real estate developers. They came tax business. Became investors in terms of stocks and bonds and all those things. Because they both realize, and I mean other people realize that one career in Jamaica now make you rich. Unless you have some money sitting and you can start a business. One career don't do it. And so what Brogard and the government should try to establish is that people now need to have a second career. Not one career, you're accountant, you're going to be accountant for life. Career in terms of something that you love, maybe business or something. Because the reality is that when you have that expansion, people have more than one careers, it helps them to become economic independent. They're able to have more wealth. They're able to earn more money for themselves and families. They're able to create more generational wealth for their kids coming up. That's where the real crux of the matter is. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's why student loan. Yeah, so me the father of my student loan long time. Me the father of my student loans too. Here. But the difference is here and that they give me time. You can't pay $5 US if that's the way you can't afford it, pay $5 US. Student loan, yes. I say, listen, you get a loan, you can't default. And you might as well, why am I saying that? Because once again, you're building yourself. But remember, you still have to pay it back. So my thing is this. If you have to default because you have to set yourself up, but you have to pay back to the system. Because it's a revolving thing. So my thing is this. Encourage the young kids to get education. Make sure they get some education, first and foremost. Secondly, encourage them to have more than one skills. More than one skills help you to grow. Get more money in your pocket quicker. Unless you get a PhD degree and a good job, maybe get a 6-7 million. But it's the nature of people to want more in terms of wealth, assets, and all that, because they want to build up. They have that reach a self-actualization, what they call it on the pyramid there. Yeah. And that's just where it is. So that's why I kind of beat up on the education part a lot, because if we get that right, our Jamaica per capita income will maybe jump from 7,000 to 20,000 eventually. Because our people are educated, are more than one career. Which manifest? I mean, JB soon come, man. Where is that, man? JB's manifest soon come, man. Don't worry about that, man. We come touch road. You can touch road, man. We get achievements, so we put that on the man. Yeah, so there must be a paradigm shift in how we educate our people. That's first and foremost. There must be a paradigm shift in how we treat our teachers in Jamaica. There must be a paradigm shift in how we allocate resources in terms of the schools, infrastructure development, labs, and building out new, student blocks and creating environment for educating our kids, like putting air conditioning unit in class, moving lower windows, and all those things. After the turn, everybody, no man, soon come up, man. So my thing is that the whole structure of Jamaica must change in terms of things. And this is where I give Broga something. He's trying to see, but somehow I think they're still missing the mark in terms of generalizing the population, or to get the general population up to where they want to be. There's a lot of extra cash in the system, but I think that if they invest from pre-K and from basic school onward, I think they can get it, because development of our people and educating people is not 5 years, it's 20, 30 years. Because once again, by the return, the population will have different philosophy of thinking, culture of thinking, and also production level. as well, time has run so fast. I'm not starting thinking, but I want to spend 10 more minutes on this on the Brogard and the government of Jamaica. So my thing is this: if Brogard wants to really continue his progress and his prosperity theme, he has to now find a way to connect to the people who are not feeling it. And I'm not sure if they've reached the population yet. I don't think. I see where the big screen and the part thousand. But one thing I learned, you can't big crowds and big crowds are a rally for election they call, but once again the ballot box speaks. If the MPs are not working in the ballot box, then they won't get the numbers required to be elected. So hopefully, as I said, Brogard they can tout a lot of achievements, but at the same time, the ballot box is where they need to make sure they get numbers in the ballot box for Jamaica Labour Party to continue the agenda they've started. I see where the is Brogard came out swimming and thinking about, he's one of them. Yeah, he's one. He's one of the Jamaicans. He's naturally he's one of cultural struggles like anyone else. But he had what we call it, broken down barriers. Yeah, uptown people, class barriers and all that in Jamaica still exist. We can't go around that. And people who believe that they live up in Cherokee are better than some people in Tivoli. Are better than people in Maxfield Avenue and all that. And let me put the difference between uptown people and ghetto people. It's just behavior. Behavioral, social behavior issues. Because the people in the garrisons or in the ghetto have not been exposed to different social behavior, have not been exposed to quality education, have not exposed to basic commodities like light, water consistently, have not exposed to good jobs, have not been exposed to a proper education. That's why the environment they are and how they behave is because of all the things I mentioned. How do we change it? That's the question. How do we change it? Damian Crawford, I didn't want to talk about Damian Crawford policy and education, boss. Because he's looking to extend school hours for teachers, which don't make no sense. He's looking to give 20,000 to. I gotta look at. I think I gotta read the manifesto again. I think there are some changes in his manifesto. I will discuss that next week. I'm going to get the manifesto for the PNP and go through it and read it as much as possible. He has bring. I think Damian Crawford sometimes goes off the mark, but I think he has good intention for the education system, and I hope that it works out. But my thing is this with the education system: it's not him alone, Errol. It's just the whole thinking of our leaders there. And I come back again to say this. If both parties or both leaders can collaborate and put a direction for education, trust me, our people will be more successful. The thing about it is that Brogard said, for over a year now, he's fighting for the minds of Jamaican people. I'm saying that I'm going to put it bluntly. The politician, the party are fighting for the ignorance of the people, are trying to educate the ignorance of the people. Because there's too much of our Jamaicans in ignorance. And that's just the reality about it. So I see what Damian Crawford say about education and what his proposal is if he should win. And this is what I see. A lot of things that are just not correct. And just not correct. And I'm going to put up something on the screen and I'm going to make a comment on it, and then that will be my final segment for the night and this. But I'm going to add this to the screen. And this is what I'm going to add. Now this is a picture of the Grand Gala where a lot of things have been going on with this picture here, where you see the Prime Minister opposite and an opposition leader. And a lot of people are talking about it. And based on a recap of the pictures, and I'm going to be honest with you, Yeah, I'm going to be honest. With this picture, it doesn't look good for the opposition leader. Because once again, the opposition leader is not in any form of Jamaica colors. He's just not in any form of Jamaican color. I mean, it's the black hat or I mean the black thing about. But look at the shirt, look at the pants, look at his posture. Is that a man looking to ready to lead Jamaica? Is Marky G looking Prime Minister, looking like a PM, ready to run a country? Quite frankly, in that suit, that type of yellow shirt, like a general, it does look like a security. It does look like a security in a black cap, hands in a pocket. I look around. Leaders know decorum is an important thing of leadership. No matter what a man want to tell me. Decorum. Decorum is an important part of any leadership. How you stand, what you wear, how you look. Decorum. And look at him. Is this a man ready to lead Jamaica by this picture? You tell me. Look at his pants. Look at the shirt out of his pants. Like a rude boy thing. Having a black cap. In pocket, in man them side and pocket. Is that a man looking ready to lead a country? And then when I look at the national anthem, the man have a black cap same way. Is that a man really for Jamaica who understand decorum and what Grand Gala means to the people of Jamaica? This is not politics at this time, Mark A.G. Coming at some colors represents a Jamaican, not because the colors you have green. I bet you they wear a yellow suit or something yellow. And with something Jamaica upon it. In a black or something, brother. It doesn't matter what come forward. Well, listen. The man needs to understand as a leader. You cannot come out and put on like a casual. Brother, yes, sir. You see, people understand now. When you go out, you have to look prime minister, like a prime minister, ready in waiting. A nice shirt tucked in, a nice this, your colors. Man in our yellow like a look upon the yellow, Herald. Come like another Jamaica yellow that. Think about it. A black cap. Come on. Come on. Yeah, boy, you have to have one certain. Yeah, I'm in a court right now. Where you can't go in a court. You know that. But no people say the prime minister a thief, I'm a gangster. Man say the prime minister, him not have integrity because him think can be certified by the Integrity Commissioner now. Well, once again, the court proceedings will dictate after what will happen. Whether I win and lose in case, and then IC will decide whether they should certify his reports, whatever. I don't know. But this is the protocol that must be followed, Herald. It's in a course, the court deal with that, and then after, we can't talk about that. But not inside track. It doesn't matter how far occasion. Just in the colors. No, we're not mold them all. No, we're not do that, Herald. We're not mold. But my thing is this. Everyone that have picture is a my perspective. But there's a man already. The man in Jamaican colors. The man in yellow and black. And that does look very tacky. That's my yeah. Yeah, man, black cap, see that man? Yeah, man. Go in there, black cap, but watch out. See that? Yellow. And Jamaica upon my chest and green. Yeah, man, where you say, man? Come on. Yeah, you got a thing, a different thing, my boss. Well, that's my thing, Everybody can say, throw controversy and all, I'm unfair. But I give my perspective. Listen. It can be, it's not a formal, I agree. But you and I know Errol and Courtney and whoever else, that when you go into a festive activity and it's a Jamaica thing, you have to represent. Yeah, see them I represent Jamaica, yellow, green, my black hat, my good. So my thing is this, I'm not beat him up too much. Marky G has to make sure his handlers gotta make sure if he's going to say he's representing us, represent. Next thing before I wrap up, remove this. And this is my last take on Marky G. Yesterday I saw the launching of the manifesto, and he was so decked out in a nice black, nice red tie. But what struck me most about that was his speech, the tone. The tone was not like a prime minister in waiting. Yeah, his tone was in a more, he spoke more eloquent. He spoke more positive energy. He spoke like a man of a great leader ready to step into the prime ministership right now. And with that speech is decorum. I mean, I know it's a launch and all that. That's why I'm dressed up so good. Fine. But my request is, why can't he take that posture right through his campaign? Why it has to be the cuss, the loud shouting, the ray, and just speak with a level of confidence, speak with clarity, speak with a level of calmness, speak, these are what I will be presenting to you. Speak that these are my policies and my members who are vying for to become become members of parliament. This is what we're going to do. Because Courtney and everyone knows the key for any politician is the messaging. The messaging from the leader come down to the surrogates, come down to the members of parliament. The messaging. How much time they're going to continue exhausting Burgard Integrity Commission and all? How much time? Errol, how much time do you think they should be wasting now to spend more time on Burgard Integrity is financials now? Yeah, I agree. But my thing is that speech is fine. But I'm saying the consistency, Errol, is always important. There's one thing you can't say about Burgard. He's very consistent in his language, in his speech. When they put a platform, it's one message. He keeps sending messaging. His message is always on point. And all I'm saying to Marky G and Dayton Campbell and his company, stay on point. Present your messages. Keep beating the messaging. But they don't have that. And that's where I have a problem with PNP. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you're right. But that's where we need to get our politicians to know the messaging must be important. So my thing is this with Marky G and PNP. Yeah, right. You see, once again, you have not been following the story. You got to get the facts. The man explaining wealth, the different variables that they use. And I talk about that. I saw where they put out where the Integral Commission set up some analysis, and they bring to like you move from 100,000 to 300,000, how much years, and move over to over 160 million over years. And so they did some analysis report. And I said, no, that report, yes, it's fine. But my question was with that report, because it's numbers. So they just do some comparison analysis and blah, 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 brings some fine. But I said to myself in that, yeah, I know he did that in court. Yeah, he did that. No, yeah, he did that, Courtney. Yeah. So, Errol, what I'm saying is that the Integrity Commission have all right to do their own analysis and ask the question. That's fine. But my question was, and Arthur said to me, what the report that they presented, they could ask, they could ask questions, and it's fine. But my thing is this: they have listed out some query, income statement, receivables, bank account, cash, whatever, blah blah, assets them out. And my thing is this: if broker submit an income statement from 27 balance sheet, blah blah blah, right? My thing is this, Errol, don't get caught up with that too. The man is just one of the business, Errol. Errol, you know that people try some business fail. Me try taxi business too at Jamaica. Yes, that it fail. Make some money and move on. We try everything. We try cooking, chef, everything. So it's just that he's saying that he tried tax company and tried this company to build him wealth. Some fail, some move on. That's what it is, Errol. Come on, Errol. As a accountant, you should know better, man. And as a businessman to Errol, you should know better too. But getting back to the point that if he presented an income statement for 2017, balance sheet same thing, I'm saying that it should be some comparative analysis with each year. So 2017, 2018, 2019, each year. And therefore, each line item that he presented for either comparative of each year, then you dig into it. Because once again, numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. So, argument's sake, Errol, him saying about income of 30 million, what make up of 30 million? Maybe in business income, maybe in salary from parliament. Boom, you go into that line item and examine it details. Reconcile that number. And that's all I was thinking. One CPL month, you can use that analysis. But my thing is this: you have to use the comparative analysis for each year, income statement analysis, balance sheet for each year to find where, how, and where it generated in wealth over a 20-year period. And that's just the reality. Yeah, I stand to be corrected, but you have to do comparative analysis for each year, income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, whatever. I don't know if you should be locked up. Errol, are you one of those people who follow the propaganda? No, man. No. You can't make them allegations, boss. The foreign forensic report, Courtney, is very important, yes. Because that's where they came in, did all the thing, and guess what? They draw nil. The foreign report did that. And when you have a forensic accountant come and do your thing, they have to dig. They must follow the money. They must follow the trail. And Integrity Commission spend millions of dollars. They must send out that report. Why are they hiding that report? You make everything else public, but you don't make that public. And the foreign accountant say not find nothing. The same that company say, all the company say, it's not 20 accounting man of A, because some of the accounting were dormant, which makes sense. They'll close out. We are accounting them for. That's why Errol, Courtney, and company, that's why it's important that the reporting must be accurate, comparative from 2017, 2020, 2019. And once again, these reports must be, because once again, you have to verify. And you know, I keep saying to the Prime Minister and other members of the government need to have chartered accountants verify have accounting firm do their accounting for them. They can't do it themselves. They have to do it. I ignore the facts, Errol. What facts? You are making, you know. The commission not release because of I think there's something in the law that protects them from releasing information. And as you can see, Courtney, the commission is how you say, they don't say much about any person. And they talk about the aid listed for enrichment. They can't call names, all that. So they are this gag or the privacy protection issue, but they can't mention it, which don't make sense to me. But as I say to anyone, that the Integrity Commission Act of 2017 was a flawed law they make, a bad law. And that's what I'm talking politicians, error along court. They make a bad law. The law, that act is not how they should have done it, because once again, it becomes too intrusive. No matter if you're a public official, there are certain things that need that be protected, especially family and all that. And I felt that that's where the Integrity Act Commission failed. And that's where I think the Prime Minister and the opposition will have to look at it and debate and change some part of it, because they become too intrusive. They want to know what kind of dog you have, what kind of thing. And I will say once again, all parliamentarians should be able to go have their reports be certified by a chartered accountant and then submitted to the Integrity Commission for review. Yeah. You understand me? So 160 years. Everybody, I get created 160 years for that Pontiski. Who that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. You're talking, Bernie Murder, yeah, man. But Bernie Murder make millions from it. That's not Bernie Murder, boss. That's the whole thing. I don't think Broker was involved in that. There was something called Cash Plus, and that guy went to jail. I think he went away or whatever. I think, yeah, Edward C. I let him get caught up in that Cash Plus thing, the Ponzi scheme. So that Bernie Murder a different person. But once again, I'm saying, to make life easier, all parliamentarians must subject themselves to a chartered accountant in Jamaica to do their taxes, do their filing for them, do their reporting for them. Then they make a submission to the Integrity Commission on their behalf. Give them power of attorney to represent them. Because once again, if they don't do that proper step, it is always going to be something about broker. So my thing is you don't want to pay them. You know, I have to spend some money. If I make $160 million a year, I have $160 million. Yeah, but you can't spend $100,000 to achieve for $2 million upon a chartered accountant to do your reports. Spend some money. That's all I'm saying. Spend some money. Let the chartered accountant do them work. Submit it. You get them power to represent you. That's it. You're creating a new economic right there. All 63 parliamentarians need to have accountants who can verify their reports. And when they go to event, they represent them. And that's just my take on the Integrity Commission. My thing is that the JLP and the leader will have to sort out that when the courts make final ruling on the issue, then I think the Integrity Commission will have to do something to either verify a report or still have more questions, because once again, it just doesn't make sense. I'm going to be honest. You can't have your report in 2018, 2019 still not verified or certified by the Integrity Commission. Something is wrong there. It's very wrong. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to. You can't be a leader of a country and your reports are not certified. That means there's some pure red flags on your reports. Pure red flags on your report, broker. And that's what the issue is. And then, from the other side, in the Commission, there are certain reporting, I mean, they're digging too deep. Because the man is affiliated to a company, might say, he might hide money. If kids have business, they must say, he might use them kids to make money and come through him. It don't matter. But if I'm kids in a business, it doesn't matter. But once it's not him directly involved, we can't say him kids that make money and give it to him. That doesn't make no sense. You question the man can give him kids business. No matter if kids might be old enough to let them out to learn. If they want to give him money, give them father, but so may be it. But you cannot say him had the business and the son are the witness. All right, so Every son a shadow, but you don't have no direct things to say he's affiliated to the company, and that's just the law. You can all these speculations and kids are running the company for him, but he have to have some directly involved with the companies, and that's where it is, and that's where the people have to make a believe. Oh, yeah, kid running make money. No, the law said the name of the company and friend. Him name the title nowhere. Leave that alone. Take what is on face value. Cannot speculate. All the reports, more time, are of opinion. And they certify that after a while, they said that it's true and for because what they have done, their homework said all the information they have verified. So now it's time to say this report is true and it's correct. So that's why I say Beauregard and his company and all members must use chartered accountant to do their work for them, so they can make their submissions to the Integral Commission, give them board turn to represent them when Integral Commission call on them. That's my take, gentlemen. I must say, well, thank you, Errol and Courtney, man, out of my other viewers. I've passed my time. It's 10:57. I tell you, boy, come down next week, we'll go straight to Jamaica party because the season on, the odds are out there, the campaign is on. I see where last thing I see where the Manchester here. PNP released a manifesto. So a lot of things happening. So it's time now the electors and the people will have to decide. Let's hope that they do the research and pick the best party for Jamaica. Me not the Jamaica Labour Party fan. But the real situation, Jamaicans have sometimes changed their thought. The much could you do for them, they might say they want to change. That's how Jamaica electors are very fickle. And that's just the reality. So we just say Beauregard going to get third term. I mean, they said it should be loaded now. But September 3rd will be there if we know it really load up. Yeah, what? September 3rd we know we really load up. And all my PNP peeps like Errol and our friend and Dobson and our friend. Listen, we all know the ballots in the box count more than the hype and the bantering. And that's just the reality behind it. We can all bat for each PM or each person, but the reality is that, the ballots in the box count. We can have a easy discussion and call Beauregard thief if something right. Yeah, we'll see that. It's quite clear. But once again, it's in the court, so I will leave it alone until the court make a decision. Then we'll go work on it if it needs to be revisited. And I say my solution is, and this is my solution once again, is that all 63 MPs must subject them to a chartered account and do their reporting. So the report is verified and then submit the Integral Commission and must give them power to represent you. And that's what it is. Maybe it's there already, but that's my take. Beauregard shouldn't be involved in the process or whatever. That's what I'm saying. And if it's verified by a chartered accountant and Integral still have questions, then go to the chartered accountant. You never come to Beauregard. The chartered accountant to Beauregard to verify certainly. Because once again, Integral Commission is to dig and dig deep and examine his lifestyle, how he's making his money, and verifying all the information, which is fine. So once again, thank you guys for joining me for another episode of My Perspective, boy. I've heard the chat along. But I guess the vibes is there and the spirit is there. Appreciate your error, appreciate your quote, and all of you who joined me. So thank you once again. From my perspective, when I close out with one of my favorite video them, I added a musical clash and his Cableton. So see you all next week, Wednesday, for another episode of My Perspective. I'm Sean Falcone. Have a good night.
Rasta say peace and love. Rasta say unity, strength. Rasta say salvation, redemption, repatriation, restoration, liberation, emancipation, self-esteem, self-awareness, self-reliance, self-thought, self-control, respect, discipline, diligence, humility, tolerance, and most ultimately, self determination. All the people believe in yourself. What's in the air? That day will come when I shall stand and see all those wicked men in the fire empty. That day will, when they will try to escape and they will be. That day will come when I shall see there no heaven and grace and goodness and that. That day will come. Take it up. When I saw the light asleep. If you don't have a light up with your cellular phone in the ear, turn on your light. More fire, more fire, more fire, more fire. Turn them on, turn them on, turn them on. Over here, over here, over here. Over here. And the day I would love to see their face are all those evil to the human race. And try to take things out of place, run away to space, through any night in this world. After one that judgment come go get that place. When them find you say that them can't escape. When I saw that way, sun splash, black say one heart. All people say one heart, one love, one aim, one Rastafari, one truth. Yeah. But I saw the end way. But I saw the end way. Sunsplash, Netherlands, Holland, Amsterdam, Suriname. I will remain the same. In Rastafari name, I watch them going up in flame. For all those innocent going down the chain, you got to pay for these shackles and chain. And pay for these washing off the brain. And pay for these guns and cocaine. Everybody.
Oh!